everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another plan with me. I almost said an Erin Condren plan with me, but this is not an Erin Condren. This is actually going to be my first time planning in my Aura Estelle cloud and I'm super excited about it. I'm going to be using these printable inserts from Desenia Printables. I am going to have a little setup video for my cloud later on in the month. I'm just waiting on a few more things to arrive and I'll go into more details about these printables a little bit later. But basically they are identical to the Erin Condren vertical layout. So I didn't have to change my planning style at all. So I'm super excited about that. And yeah, anyways, we'll go ahead and get started. So as always, I am starting off by putting down the bottom washi and a little bit of a story time. I actually, over the last weekend, I believe, printed out all of my inserts for my cloud, including the weekly layouts, like a full year of weekly layouts, several different monthly spreads. I printed out my reading planner and all sorts of stuff. But anyways, I printed them out, I cut them, I hole punched them, I put them in my planner, and then I went to sit down and film this video. And I started by putting down the bottom washi as always, and I noticed that the bottom washi was too short for the weekly layout. And then I started messing around with like headers and stuff. I started to panic because everything was too short for the vertical spread. And I went back into my computer and tried printing out the spread again to see what was going on. And I realized that I had all of my printables scaled to 105% instead of 100%. So everything printed out too big, and I was so mad at myself, not only because I wasted so much paper and ink and time printing out everything and cutting everything, but I had to go back and reprint everything. And I was so mad and I was so annoyed with myself. Moral of the story, make sure that you recheck your printer settings. I don't know why it automatically scaled to 105%, but that's my fault for not checking. And I didn't know any better because I'm not used to a ring bound planner and I'm not used to an A5 wide planner, so I didn't realize that everything was too big. So yeah, several hours later I finally reprinted, recut, and re-hole punched everything, and I was able to film this video at like midnight last night. But anyways, after the bottom washi, I moved on to the sidebar and I just kept it the same as I did in my Erin Condren. Full box, we get a glance sticker, a couple habit trackers, and then some deco at the bottom. And then I moved on to the headers, which as you guys can see, I'm doing something a little bit different than what I'm used to. If you guys remember in my Erin Condren, I used to only put headers along the top of the spread, and that was because with the new layout this year, the boxes weren't all the same size and the headers were not all the same size, so it was kind of a pain in the butt to line all the headers up and make sure all the full boxes were all lined up. So I didn't want to mess with that with my Erin Condren, so I literally just put headers along the top. But now that I have these printables, everything is lined up perfectly, everything's the same size. So I was able to go back to how I used to do things, which is putting headers on top of each of the 3 boxes within the layout. And I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and I'm so glad I'm able to do this again because I just love the way that it looks, and it really just makes the spread, I guess. But yeah, I used the headers that came with this kit, as well as some matte white with gold foiled bow headers from a Scribble Prints Co. wiggle. And then I also pulled out some glitter headers and confetti header overlays, again from Scribble Prints Co. And I used that for the headers. And then I just put down the date covers. They're not really date covers because this is an undated planner, but I guess we'll just call them that anyways. So I put those down, and then I moved on to the full boxes, which I had a hard time figuring out how I wanted to lay these out, because I felt with this kit, at least, all the full boxes were either a floral background or a pink background, and I didn't want the floral and the pink to be like lined up with one another, and I don't know, it was just a pain in the butt to figure out how I wanted to lay it out. But I do like the way that I ended up doing it. I put the little champagne, what are those glasses called? I don't drink, so I don't know. Champagne flutes or something like that? I don't know. You know what I mean. But I put that for New Year's Eve, and then I put the balloons for New Year's Day. And yeah, I really like the way that it turned out. So we'll go ahead and get started with the day-to-day just to wait for me to catch up with the spread. So Monday was my day off, thankfully. That was December 30th, and me and my family actually drove up to Stephenville. We wanted to check out the Tarleton campus as well as some land there because my parents were considering moving there. And I was also planning on transferring to Tarleton for next spring. But after visiting the campus, I was like, no thank you, I don't want to go here. So now I have a few months to figure out what the heck I'm going to do after I'm done at my current school in the fall. I don't know, I honestly thought that I was going to have everything figured out, and I just was going to go to Tarleton, and I'm so glad that I actually visited the campus before applying to transfer, because I know for a fact I would not have liked it at all. But anyways, I also brought in a little confetti dot from Paper Muse Crafts, which I haven't used yet, and I layered it with a little fork and spoon sticker or icon that came with this kit to mark down that we got Mexican food on our way home from Stephenville. It's about like a 2-hour drive from where we currently live. And then also on Monday, I did some laundry and I went to the post office, and then at the very bottom, I just pulled in a Once More with Love munchkin to mark down that I watched Toy Story on Disney+. On Tuesday, I worked in the morning, and because it was New Year's Eve, I actually work at a vet clinic, and the vet clinic was closed, so I got time and a half, which was really, really nice. And then I pulled in a little half box and a New Year's Eve script sticker from Scribble Prints Co. to mark the holiday. And then I used a little taco sticker from Once More with Love to mark down that we had tacos on Taco Tuesday. And then I pulled in a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to mark down that I started reading Evelyn Hugo, or I guess technically it's The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you guys haven't read that book, I highly, highly recommend it. I think I finished it on Friday of this same week, and it is such a good book. And I'm so excited for the TV adaptation of it. I think it's coming to Freeform, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's going to be like a mini series, maybe. I know that they started like the whole like process of getting it started. I don't think they have casted anyone yet. But anyways, I'm really excited for that. It's a really good book. I highly recommend you guys read it. So for New Year's Day, I pulled in another half box and again a script sticker from Scribble Prints Co. to mark that down. And then I also worked on New Year's, but again, got time and a half, so it wasn't too bad. After work, I took a nap, and then I continued reading Evelyn Hugo, which I marked down with a munchkin. On a Thursday, I worked yet again, and then after work, I went to Wendy's to get some food, so I just marked that down with a little hamburger from Once More with Love. And then after I got home, I took a little nap again, And then I used a little sticker from Coffee Monsters Co. to mark down that I actually pulled out my Hobonichi and started back planning in it for the first time in well over a month. I swear that I'm going to come back with my Hobonichi Plan With Me's very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. And then Friday I worked all day. I had an 11-hour shift, and after I got home, I unfortunately had to pay my tuition for the spring semester. So I marked that down with a little munchkin from Once More With Love again. And then I also went to go get gas, which I marked with a little icon from this kit. And then I pulled out a little pumpkin paper Terra to mark down that I watched Captain America on Friday night. And then after that, I finished up Evelyn Hugo. Saturday and Sunday, I thankfully had the day off. So I slept in on Saturday, which I'm very thankful for. Though sleeping in for me is like between 7 and 8 a.m. because I normally wake up between 5 and 6 on a day that I work or go to class. And then also Saturday, I went to the post office. I also went to the library to pick up a couple books and some movies. And then finally on Saturday, we had a bit of a little pizza night with my family. And I just marked that down with a little pizza sticker from Once More With Love. And again, like I said, Sunday was also my day off. So I actually had to wake up a bit early to get some cleaning done. So I marked down that I went to Starbucks with a little iced coffee sticker from Scribble Prints Co. Yes, that's where it's from. And then I also went to Barnes & Nobles to pick up a couple books, which I marked down with a munchkin. And then lastly, I just marked down that I had a mega YouTube binge with a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji. So yeah, that is it for this plan with me. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am definitely loving my cloud. I love the way this spread looks. I cannot wait to continue planning in it. And yeah, be on the lookout for my setup video here very, very soon. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.